go on a mission trip to Peru with it was open to all the students on campus, but the Student Ministry Council kind of put it together. So what we did while we were there, we went to a town called Trujillo, Peru, and we worked with kids in an orphanage. And the orphanage is run by an organization called KIFE. And so these ladies that work in the orphanage, they took in 21 kids. That's how many kids they have right now. And they've been taken out of their homes because it just wasn't a safe environment for them. So the government took them out of their homes and they contact KIFE, and KIFE takes these kids in there. They range from ages 0 to 20 or to 17, and once they turn 18, they're no longer able to stay there. But what we did at KIFE is we did a lot of painting for them because the building that they have is kind of older. It's very nice for them. It's very big and very sufficient for them, but it's older and the walls were dirty. Some of the paintings are kind of creepy for the kids because they're like 40 years old. They didn't like them. So we painted almost every room in the building. And we were only actually at working with KIFE for 7 days. So we did a lot of painting. Our team had 15 people. So there was 2 teams that went. The first team also had 15 people, so about 30 people total. So we did, I personally worked in the nurse's office at KIFE, and the walls were kind of just dirty. It was not very pretty blue. So what we did is we repainted the walls a different blue color, and we kind of made a jungle theme because we wanted to make it a fun place for them, especially if they're sick in the nurse's office. So we painted like monkeys and elephants and giraffes. So that was really fun, and we also did a couple of vacation Bible schools in 2 suburbs of Trujillo called Tequila and Torres. These are little suburbs that aren't recognized as towns by the government because they don't have enough people. They kind of just went to these places and made a civilization. So how they get like roads and running waters. The candidates up for election will come in and say, oh, we'll give you this and we'll give you this if you vote for us. So that's how they get their necessities, but since they're not recognized by the government as towns, they don't get like schools and other things that we would kind of take for granted in our towns. So those kids, if they're lucky enough to go to school, they walk an hour to school and an hour back. Just so they can get an education, but only if the parents are motivated to send them to school and give them an education. You know, most of the time over there, there's just kids running around because they don't go to school, they're not lucky enough to get that opportunity. So what KIFE does, the women that work at KIFE, they go to these towns and they help kids. The kids that go to school, they help them with their homework once they get back, and with the kids that don't get to go to school, they help them get some education. So we worked a lot with those kids too, even though they don't live at the orphanage. The KIFE women help them out too. So the KIFE organization works with tons and tons of kids. So that was really rewarding just to meet all the kids. And you know, everyone on the team, we thought that we were going to go there and we thought that we were going to impact these kids' life, which we did. But I would say that the ones that were impacted the most were us, because since it was open to like every student on campus, I didn't know many of them, like not necessarily in the group that I would hang out with. And they came on the trip, and I just saw a huge transformation in so many people. So many people showed so much more interest. They want to get involved on the ministry on campus. They want to do so much more. God truly spoke to them on this trip. So I just really wanted to thank all of you for your support on getting us there, because every one of us impacted those kids' life, and every one of us were impacted while we were there. And we couldn't have done it. We couldn't have done it without your help. And I also want to thank you for your prayers, because everything on the trip went extremely smooth. Every flight we had, if we had a delay, it was like 1 or 2 hours. We had no troubles on the flights. Everything went really well. A couple people did end up getting sick, but it was nothing too bad. It was just from a little bit from the food change, but nothing too bad, nothing that they couldn't handle. So everything went extremely smooth. And I know we could feel all of your prayers. I just want to thank you so much for your support on this trip. I brought a whole bunch of stuff back with me. The children that work at KIFE, they make jewelry and sell it to raise money for KIFE to keep it running. So I brought a few jewelry items back. I brought some sand back, some little things like headbands and coin purses that were really common things you would find at the markets in Peru. And I made a couple picture books. One picture book is with just the kids at KIFE that we worked with. And I also made a picture book with some of the vacation Bible school kids that we worked with. So after the service, if you want to head over to the fellowship hall, I'll be over there if you have any questions or any comments. But again, I just want to thank you all for your support.